Welcome, Gemini, to your July new moon reading. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you over this period. Gemini, I'm starting off with your oracle cards. This is going to give us our core messages, the main themes coming through for you. I will then go ahead and clarify everything further with the tarot to get deeper insight and deeper messages. Gemini, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. This new moon will be taking place on the 5th of July, and it is in Cancer. Now, the new moon energy represents new beginnings, fresh starts, and the beginning of new cycles. When the new moon is in Cancer, the emphasis is on emotions, intuition, your home life, and nurturing. It's a time to connect with your higher self, look at what areas of your life might need healing, and it's a good time for self-care, listening to your intuition, and that deep, wise wisdom within you. Remember, we will feel the new moon energy a week before and a week after the new moon date. Gemini, I'm going to start over here with a balsamic moon message, a time for healing, and I'm just going to get your clarifiers. So we want to see now what this energy is for Gemini, please. And we have the 5 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Gemini, I'm going to take one more card here. I just want to see if I can get some further insight here for you. Let us see now what this is for Gemini, please. The Empress. Gemini, what I am seeing here might not resonate with everybody. If you, my dear Geminis, have been going through or are still going through the energy of 5 of Pentacles, which is the energy, my dear Geminis, of really feeling out there on your own, alone, unseen, unassisted, unappreciated. You know, when you feel like everything is not working out for you, nothing is going your way, and there's just nobody there to help you, to guide you, to love you. It's very much the energy of scarcity, and you're feeling this mind, body, soul, and spirit. This particular area is the area we are speaking about, and it's this area that we are going to see a healing take place over the new moon period. The Hanged Man energy is asking you, my dear Geminis, to pull back. Whatever the situation is, and however hard it might be, my dear Geminis, you are being asked to pull back, and it could be physically, to take yourself out of the situation, and it will most definitely be emotionally, to give yourself some time just to sit with this energy. What's happening here? What is actually going on? How did I get here? What decisions did I make that I could have done better? Who's there for me? Who's not there for me? Take time, my dear Geminis, because you know, when we are in 5 of Pentacles, it's very hard to see really what's going on because our vibration is so low. And when we vibrate at such a low level, then everything negative around us just is accentuated. You know, my dear Geminis, if you find yourself battling to find a job, and then money becomes a big issue and a big concern for you, and then you can't pay your bills, and then you can't go on vacation, and then when your friends ask you to go out with them for dinner, you can't go because you can't afford it. And everything starts to spiral down, and it really places us in an energy where we cannot really see our way out. This is why Hanged Man is coming in. Hanged Man wants you to pull back. And however you do that, my dear Geminis, is just fine, but give yourself a break from this energy. Because Hanged Man is the energy of being in God's waiting room. And in God's waiting room, a healing can take place. And this is what I'm seeing for you. When you pull back, you are able to just calm down. Let yourself just be at peace for a while. Allow yourself to get grounded. Allow yourself the peace and calm that you are able now to see things from a different perspective. Now, it's such an interesting message I'm getting, Gemini, because it's while you are in Hanged Man energy, once you've pulled back out of it, something is going to come to light. You are going to get some kind of divine intervention here, my dear Geminis. And I know that sounds quite dramatic, but that is what I am seeing. It's like you will get an idea, or you will think of a person that you haven't thought of before to bring into your life, to get some advice, help, a leg up, some recommendations. Something will happen when you pull back. And what it does, my dear Geminis, whatever comes to mind, it has the potential of placing you in our Empress energy. Now, the Empress energy could not be more different to our Five of Pentacles. The Empress energy is the ultimate energy of abundance, of fertility, of things being so good and so possible. As you can see, our Empress is looking on at all these other energies. But look how calm she is sitting, with the energy of, I've been there, I've done it, and I've moved past it. Her cornucopia flows over. Gemini, you are going from the energy of extreme scarcity, lack, being unseen, unappreciated, to sitting in the energy of our Empress. This is going to be the most remarkable healing that takes place. This healing could take place on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level. It'll come through so differently for everybody. What I do believe is that this Five of Pentacles could have affected you in very many areas of your life, because that's what Five of Pentacles does. When we are feeling like that, Gemini, so alone and so isolated, with our lives being so filled with scarcity, and then moving to Empress, which also has the ability of encompassing very many areas of your life. So, my dear Geminis, what we are seeing here is the energy of you literally pulling yourself out of Five of Pentacles and placing yourself in Empress energy. I'll just go back to that previous example where you are battling to find a job. You could pull back completely because you have now entered a position where you cannot see that things could ever get better. And in Hanged Man energy, you calm down, maybe even take a journal and a pen, and you write down, my dear Geminis, all the people that could possibly help you, all the other things that you could look at in terms of work. Maybe, my dear Geminis, there is an ex-boss or an ex-colleague or a friend that you haven't spoken to for some time that might be able to help you. Maybe, my dear Geminis, you get an idea of looking for a job in a different field completely, just for now, just to get out of our Five of Pentacles energy. So say perhaps, my dear Geminis, you've always worked in finance in the corporate market, and for the longest time you cannot find a job. Maybe, my dear Geminis, you take your skills of finance and business and you find a job in another field completely. It's not what you do, but you never know what can happen, because with our Empress sitting here, my dear Geminis, you could find a job in an advertising agency as a business director, and it opens up another entire gateway for you. You're now with different kind of people. You're having fun. You're socializing with your colleagues. You're doing so well. Remember, your cornucopia is flowing over. You get promoted, you get increases. Gemini, there is no limit here. It's just about being able to see the situation from an entirely different perspective and being able to actually do that for yourself. So you bring in our Empress energy. This is a very big, strong message coming through for you, my dear Geminis. And please take it in an area where it might resonate with you. Right, let us move on now and see what allowance is all about. And I'm just going to get your clarifiers. So we want to see now what this allowance energy is for Gemini, please. And we have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Gemini, the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Now, my dear Geminis, we can see how allowance is working with a time for healing. Two of Pentacles is coming in, my dear Geminis, asking you now not to overcomplicate and overthink everything. When you go into Hanged Man energy, this is not a time to think, but I was in finance, this is all I can do, I must follow this path, it's the only option waiting for me. Two of Pentacles is saying, Gemini, think outside the box. You are in Hanged Man energy. You want to see things from a different perspective. Look at every angle. Look at every option. Be open, my dear Geminis, to every idea, every possibility that comes your way. If you have people in your life that you can brainstorm with, this would be a wonderful time, because the more you are open to what is coming your way, the more, my dear Geminis, you're going to see options and possibilities of becoming the Empress energy. Four of Swords is resonating the energy of the Hanged Man, and here we see the heart at the window. Because, my dear Geminis, it's very important from your heart perspective now to take the time you need to put this all into perspective. I do feel for a lot of my Geminis, there is another path here for you. A path you've never ever considered. A path, my dear Geminis, that's going to take you on a whole different direction. But it's a path that is going to be so incredibly wonderful for you. It's a path that will allow you to partner with Spirit. And when you do that, you bring in the wondrous dance of expansion. And this is our Empress energy. Take time, my dear Geminis, for yourself. This is our Hanged Man, Four of Swords energy. It is so important that over this new moon, you pull back and you use the new moon in Cancer energy to really just be kind and gentle with yourself. Bring Spirit into the equation and allow other possibilities and directions to come up. I think you are going to be amazed, my dear Geminis, what will happen when you release our Five of Pentacles energy, which is the energy of fear, resistance, and judgment, where you see possibility, where you never saw it before. Gemini, there is an incredible healing that takes place, that takes you out of Five of Pentacles and into the Empress. Be open to very diverse paths and opportunities, because that, my dear Geminis, is where your expansion lies. Let us move on now and see what the new moon in Sagittarius energy is all about. Luck is on your side. Right, let us see now what this energy is for Sagittarius, please. And we have the Lovers and the Five of Swords. Gemini, you have one cohesive message coming through. With the Lovers coming through, my dear Geminis, as you can see, we've got the bow and arrow over here, and our little Cupid has got the bow and arrow over here. Over this new moon period, the wonderful news I have for you is that somebody, my dear Geminis, is coming in and is going to play a very significant role in what we have seen and spoken about. Now, the Lovers can very well speak to us of a romantic love connection. This could be your significant other or your spouse, but it does not have to be. This could be a connection, my dear Geminis, you have with a friend, with a family member, with a business partner, a colleague at work. It could be anyone in your life, but there is somebody, my dear Geminis, coming in, and he's going to play a pivotal role in assisting you in seeing your way out of this energy. And this, my dear Geminis, is the luck that is coming in. This, my dear Geminis, could be a friend you phone up, that you call upon to help you brainstorm the situation you're in. This could be your significant other, supporting you, loving you, guiding you, coming up with advice, calling their network up to see where they can help you. It'll be very different for everybody. But what we do have here, my dear Geminis, is the Five of Swords. And Five of Swords tells me that after a hard battle, which was our Five of Pentacles energy, you get your victory, you get your win. As you can see, we've got this young chap here holding up the swords, giving us this energy of, I've won the battle. It might not have been easy. It might have been exceptionally hard at some time, but over this new moon period, you come out the other end. My dear Gemini, you have luck on your side, and this luck is going to come through in everything we have seen and spoken about. It's taking you out of Five of Pentacles and placing you in the Empress energy. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Whoever this person is for you, my dear Geminis, pull them in. Tell them you need help. Tell them what's going on for you. It's allowing people in as well, my dear Geminis, that it makes the world of difference. You do not have to go this alone. But ultimately, my dear Geminis, you are going to encompass the Empress energy of abundance flowing over in all areas of your life. Right, let us move on now and see what your spirit animal would like to share with you over this time. So we just want to see now what Gemini spirit animal would like to share with them, please. And you have got number 6, Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. The number 6 and the number 9, my dear Geminis, are your lucky numbers over the new moon period. Any combination or variation of these numbers, please consider very auspicious. The beaver is your spirit animal, so wherever the beaver comes up, this too will be a blessed sign. And your message is, lay a solid foundation. And the foundation we are seeing here, my dear Geminis, is the foundation the Empress energy is bringing in for you, taking you out of all the energy of fear, insecurity, lack, and loneliness, and placing you in an energy where you feel lucky and abundance in all areas of your life. It's in your hands, my dear Geminis, by just pulling back, doing things differently, taking time for yourself, that you are able now to bring in a new, solid foundation from which you will move on from. This is going to be an exceptional new moon period for you. So that is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful and meaningful new moon period, and I am sending you all so much love.